Hello, everyone. My name is John Bassett, Chief Information Security Officer at GSI. When you go to a website and sign up for a new account, most of us use our email address for the account name. After all, it does seem like a good idea. It's easy to remember. And many sites also require that you use a valid email address to be your ID. However, you should avoid using your email address as that account ID if you have the option. If you use your email address, you are handing out half the information for the hackers that they need to break into your account. After all, they only have to guess your password at that point, not just your ID. Most financial sites, the banks, investment accounts, etc., allows you to choose your ID versus using a valid email address. You should choose an ID that only you know. A good example would be Jimmy Jones. And with Jimmy Jones, the I would be the number 1, put an underscore in between it and make the O the letter 0 and maybe an exclamation point. Use something that has numbers in it and a special character too, but something you can remember, and hopefully you don't have to write it down. Although I do not recommend using your initials, last name, birth year, that type of information, the combination is much harder to crack than publicly disclosed email addresses, meaning that would be better than using an email address. To give you an example, I can't really divulge the person's name. An attack on a colleague recently occurred. The hackers made an attempt on multiple websites using his or her email address. Not a single breach occurred when the email address was not used. Unfortunately, some sites require a valid email address for the account ID. In this case, it's best to use some form of multi-factor authentication, or better yet, use passwordless login if that's available. In terms of safety, you want to start with a hardware token if you can get one. Secondarily, an authenticator that would be an app. And third and lastly, your cell phone. It's better than not having multi-factor authentication. Everyone, thank you for joining and be safe out there.